Hello, classmates. Here we are at my website. My topic was space exploration, and my guiding question, as you can see right here, is to what degree will the future of space exploration impact the United States in the next decade? So, um, if you go down further, here's a video of the astronaut Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the importance of space exploration. It's a really cool video to watch. It's 7 minutes long, but if you're inclined and interested about space exploration, it's really interesting. So, okay, on to the first article. Um, it's titled Exploring Space, Why is it so important? And this picture is a picture that the Hubble telescope took of um, something called the Pillars of Creation, which is this is gas in space that's in the process of forming new stars, but still they're in pillars and it's gas, so that's why it's called the Pillars of Creation. Down further is a synopsis of the article, which basically is detailing how some taxpayers aren't really inclined to fund NASA because, why do we fund space when we have so much problems on Earth? Blah, blah, blah. But it's basically saying that, NASA has developed a lot of technology that has been implemented in our society. So if you can see right here, like digital image processing, telephone satellites, rocket launchers that are now fighting fires, memory foam, etc. So, and here's the claim right here, just kind of restating the synopsis and what the article's purpose, the author's purpose was. Okay, on to the next one. NASA facing new space science cuts. Here is a political cartoon of a astronaut dressed up, but it says all dressed up and nowhere to go. So NASA, this astronaut isn't funded to go on a mission. That's why it connects. Anyways, downward. Um, this kind of is saying how a lot of government federal budget cuts are affecting NASA and how that's kind of limiting the potential of NASA because the organization has to pick and choose between which missions go into effect and pull out missions that they've already put in to fund. Basically, it's just a big mess. So, a big mess that budget cuts are causing and kind of limiting space exploration. So, and here's the claim again. Back up is the next article, which is what's next for NASA, and this is just the sign that's in front of the NASA Center in Houston. And then here's a little quote if you want to read that later. And this just basically details what's next for NASA, saying, what NASA plans to do in the future. They have a really cool missions coming up, like a man on Mars mission, a man on an asteroid, which sounds kind of interesting, but and also details how they're improving upon their, you know, programs that they already have going, and that claims down there. And the fourth article is called Dirty Rockets, What's the Environmental Impact of Going into Space? And here's a picture of the ozone. Basically, it's this big hole in the ozone, or a depletion of the ozone. It's not actually a hole yet. But down here just basically says how rocket blast offs, the gas left over from the blast offs, are creating, um, bad stuff that goes in our ozone, which will in the end impact not only our climate but ourselves, and we can develop skin cancer and cataracts and radiation, among other things, from depletion of the ozone. So that's that. And then right here is a graph of NASA activity. So here's the funding on the y-axis. Here's the fiscal years on the x-axis. Um, so as you can see, kind of decreasing. Here's kind of like the guide to see how everything is working out up here. Here's the synopsis, basically just details the graph. And then sources for the articles, and ta-da, that's basically it. So there you go.